This is Dream Power Radio, the place where your dreams turn into reality. Here is your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Dream Power Radio on the amazing Women and Men of Power Network, the world's leading positive programming network powered by Raven International. I'm your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman, the Dream Coach. This is the show where we talk about dreams, both daytime and nighttime dreams, and how you can use them to make the internal shift to a life you love. And as always, I'm here to help you understand your dreams. So if you have a dream that's got you stumped, email me at debbie@dreampowerradio.com. I can help you interpret your dream or answer any general questions you may have about dreams. So again, you can email me at debbie@dreampowerradio.com. I don't know what time it is where you are, but on Dream Power Radio today, it's dream time. We're going to be talking all about dreams with Dr. Dream herself, Kelly Sullivan Walden. What can I say about my dear friend and mentor, Kelly? She's one of the country's foremost dream experts, enriching the lives of thousands of individuals, from Fortune 500 executives to stay-at-home moms. You've seen her on shows like Dr. Oz, heard her on Coast to Coast, and her own show on Unity Online Network. She decodes dreams in a column for First for Women magazine, has written tons of books on dreams, and is the founder of Dream Life Coach Training, where she taught me how to achieve my own dream life. Well, I could spend the entire program singing her praises, but for now, I'll just say, welcome to Dream Power Radio, Kelly.
Thank you so much, Debbie Spector-Weissman. Thank you so much for having me on your show, and congratulations on not just having the audio version of your show, but the video version. And you look so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. You are my favorite protege, and I could sing your praises forever. On a parallel plane, I am singing your praises. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, thank you so much. But I want to turn the subject back to you for a second and ask you that why do some people say that you're the love child of Carl Jung and Lucille Ball?
Well, let's see. I think there's something about, I just love to be silly. Okay, here's one thing. I think that the proof of our transformation is in our ability to become more childlike and more free. And I feel like the child in me is a total goofball, loves to play and doesn't want to do anything if it isn't fun. And I think, being an adult and being kind of a workaholic of sorts, I could go into becoming super crispy, but I feel like I've become more and more goofball-like because I'm doing what I love, and dreams help me to strip the layers away, as they've done for you as well. I feel like the proof is in the pudding. So I've become a goofball, and I don't know, I just love it. And I feel like dreams are serious business. Carl Jung is kind of, to me, the grand poobah of dreams. And so the blend of Lucille Ball, which is completely wacky and silly and just wants to have fun. And I don't know, there's a lot, I guess there's more to Lucy than I realized. So I need to unpack that. I don't know. I think they had an affair once upon a time, and somehow, even though if the dates don't add up, I somehow was part of their lineage. So I say so. And so it is. It's my dream. I can say it however I want.
Of course. So do you think having that, you say goofball, but having that sort of, light approach helps you in your dream work?
Oh, thank you. I think there is this interesting blend of light and dark and heavy and uplifting, but to me, I feel like there is a sense of humor to it. I think there's a sense of humor to everything. I don't know. I feel like all the work and you've done this too, going to Teotihuacan, there's like a whole dreaming kind of way of being there. There's layers and layers that get stripped off of the self-importance and the seriousness and the, don't you know who I am? It's kind of like, we're here to be light. I love that silly quote about why do angels fly? Because they take themselves lightly. And I think that we're all angels in disguise, and we should all take ourselves lightly, as we also take ourselves seriously. So what a paradox. There you go. I don't know. How's that for an answer, Debbie?
It works.
You're like,
it works. It's fine. But getting back to you, you said you're a workaholic, and you must have written like 1,000 books already, right?
Almost 1,000. I mean, there's about 10, so I'm getting close. But yeah, there's 10 books. I have some of them I've co-written. I co-wrote the Chicken Soup for the Soul books, Dreams and Premonitions, of which you are in, and co-wrote Dreams, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Dreams and the Unexplainable, and co-wrote Dreaming Heaven. And then 2 of the books that I count among my books are the journals. I have the Goddess Queen Pearls of Wisdom journal, as well as the Hero's Journey Dream Journal that is my latest, and this came out recently. So yeah, lots of stuff. And I feel like there's this flow. It's like, you know what it's like. You've written 5,000 books yourself. How many have you written?
Well, I've written 29, but
nearly 30.
Well, 20 of them were young adult novels, which were a lifetime ago. And
right.
I've only written so
Still
far.
Counts though.
I've only written 1 book on dreams, so I have a long way to go to catch up to you in that aspect.
You're talking about your dream date book?
Yes.
You're talking about your dream date book?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I imagine that there will be more because you've got much to say, but that your dream date book is amazing. Dream date, which is like a little thing that you do every day that honors your dream, or once a week, but like the amplified version is if you could do something every day that's just a little excursion that's creative, that might be a reflection of something you did in your dream. It might be some journaling, might be go to a shop, it could be walk around, collect seashells, something like that. And you absolutely were like, no, I don't have, it doesn't resonate with me. So it was kind of like, I'm just not going to do it. And we went out to dinner one night and I was like, I challenge you to just do it. Just take it on. And I gave you a little bit of a hard time, and I'm not a hard ass, but I pushed you on it. And next thing we know, you're on the East Coast and you're having the most incredible dream dates of anybody. Everybody's having dream date envy because of you. You're sitting in a restaurant by yourself, ordering fabulous food that you wouldn't have ordinarily eaten. There was some kind of crab cakes, or what was that thing that you ordered?
Conch fritters, which is a South Florida specialty. And I said, yes, I'll do it. Yeah. And the amazing thing about that was after I had shared that and found out how many people hate to eat by themselves and will go out of their way not to do that. And I said, what a wonderful thing, like to go outside of your comfort zone and to take on something like that.
Right.
Which was the whole idea of dream dates, was to do something a little bit outside of your comfort zone. And you were right, because the result of it was that when you do that, when you do a dream date over a period of time and you make that part of your life, you wake up one day and you say, hey, I'm really great. You have such a greater appreciation for yourself, not in a selfish, oh, I'm so better than you kind of way, but just in a self-love kind of way, that you love yourself in a selfless way that you may not have acknowledged before or may not have appreciated about yourself before. And it just makes you feel better about yourself. And once you feel good about yourself, life takes on great meaning and can evolve in so many different ways. So thank you for inspiring me to do that, and then inspiring me to put it.
So you did 100 in your book.
Yes.
And your book has features 101 of your dream dates, and there's pictures and there's images and there's ideas. So for people that don't know, that would also be stuck. Like, I'm a serious person. Okay, should I watch TV? Should I don't know, maybe I'll take a walk because I have to exercise anyway. It's like, no, it can't be something that you're going to do anyway. It's got to be something. So Debbie will prime the pump in her book, 101 Dream Dates, how to say I love you to the most important person in your life.
You. Yes, indeed.
You. And I was thinking of you, Debbie, the other day. I was on Stassi Schroeder's podcast called Straight Up with Stassi. She's one of the on-air talent people from Vanderpump Rules. It's a reality show based on Lisa Vanderpump, who's one of the housewives of Beverly Hills. Anyway, Stassi was asking me about her dreams, and she has cake that shows up in every one of her dreams. It's not like the featured thing, but there's always cake. So we started talking about, what does cake symbolize, and what would cake symbolize to you? And then I'll tell you what we talked about.
I love cake, so it would symbolize happiness or celebrations or something sweet and something delicious that might be something sweet in my life, for example.
Bingo. Exactly. So I interpreted it, if it were my dream, as a reward of some kind. There's something to celebrate. You're just desserts. It's like your dream is giving you some kind of a reward, letting you know that you're on track. So I said, these to me are very affirming dreams, and take heart every time you see cake in the dream. Anyway, so she said, I reward myself a lot, more than the average person. I reward myself every day. I do something. She's like, I don't actually eat cake. I just like the way it looks, and I like the idea of it, maybe a little taste of it. But so I said, oh my God, you know what? This world, most women of this world are cake deprived. And it doesn't mean physically eating cake, but as a symbol. And just like how difficult it was for you to do a dream date. I mean, so to me, a dream date is like cake. And I thought there should be a book called Give Us This Day Our Daily Cake, or Let Us All Eat Cake, like every day. Anyway, so Stassi might use that as like the jumping off point for her new book, which she's like maybe be doing. But I thought, I want to talk about it too, because it's so important. I told her when I was writing my first dream dictionary to reward myself, I got gold stars from like Rite Aid, and I would put a gold star on my calendar every day that I wrote for over an hour. And she said, that's probably the lamest cake reward I've ever heard. A star on a calendar, that's nothing. Give yourself a glass of wine, go shopping, get some flowers, like go dancing. It's like, oh, you're right. I need to up my cake game. My cake game is very boring. So I think I and all of us need to raise our cake game, like every day, some really cool cake. So
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I mean, yeah.
I thought of you the whole time, Debbie.
Oh, wow. That's something. No, but as you're saying that, I'm thinking, I think that's just typical of women in general. Women, give of themselves so much, but they give themselves to others. They give to their spouses or their children or their parents or anybody else, and the last person they give to is themselves. Yeah, we're going to give our audience a chance to have their own cake, because we're going to take a little break now. We are speaking with dream expert Kelly Sullivan Walden on Dream Power Radio, and we'll be right back. What do Thomas Jefferson, Elias Howe, and Paul McCartney have in common? They all understood the value of dreams, and as a result, the ideas, inventions, and creations from their dreams affect us to this day. What great ideas are you leaving on your pillow at night? Sign up for a complimentary consultation at my website, thedreamcoach.net, and discover why your dreams are a terrible thing to waste.
Welcome back to Dream Power Radio with your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman.
Yes, and welcome back to Dream Power Radio. I'm your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman, the Dream Coach, and we are talking with Dr. Dream, one of the country's leading dream experts, Kelly Sullivan Walden. And Kelly, we were speaking about dreams, but I want to ask you about something. that was one of the first things you taught me when I was learning to be a dream life coach, and that's about dream
Mm.
declarations. So, can you explain what a dream declaration is and why it's important?
Yeah. And simply put, a dream declaration is something that you want your dreams to help give you guidance on. Um, even like physical help or something material or something that's going on in your life. It's like saying, dreams, help me figure this thing out. Um, or it can be more lofty. It can be more like a mission statement about what you want to manifest in your life. If you're working on a book, or you want to have, I don't know, you want to meet somebody that you want to fall in love with, you create a declaration out of it. So it it's commonly thought of in dream circles that you set a strong intention before you go to sleep for what you want your dreams to help you with. I like to say that a declaration is an intention on steroids. The founding fathers created the Declaration of Independence, not the intention for wouldn't it be nice if there was independence. It was the declaration, and thus it happened. So to me, a declaration is just a stronger intent. And I think most people don't realize that they can have some kind of a say in what happens in their dreams. It's almost like we go into a dream, our dreaming, our sleeping, and we let go completely, which is great and fine. But I think right before we let go, we can plant a seed and say, P.S., give me some dream that can help me with my marriage, or with this new book I'm writing, or with my business. So when you interpret a dream in the morning, when you have some dream that you grasp upon awakening, you can imagine that that dream is an answer to your question or to your declaration. It's giving you an insight toward that thing that you asked a question about. It's like a call and response. And it's really, really powerful. And you can raise it. You can, some people do it in words. The dream declaration can be something written in a journal. It could be something spoken out loud. It can be something that you simply think about, or it can be something symbolic that's on your nightstand. It could be like, I don't know, this little pink jewel thing can symbolize feminine wealth, or have a small icon of the Eiffel Tower if you really wanted to manifest a trip to Paris. There could be a picture of Oprah that you put next to you or in your vision board. So there's something that you're, it's like, whatever it is, there can be a symbol, and that can be, I think that can suffice for a dream declaration. Is there anything I left out, Debbie? Because you
I
know
think
dream declaration
I think
pretty
you
well.
I think you've said it all. But let's say somebody wants to make a dream declaration. What's the process? Just go through a process of just an example.
I'd say, simply put, connect with what you're yearning for right now. What feels like it could be on, like if you're like where there's a pain, where there's an ache, if there's a physical symptom or something happening. And it's like we all know what our issue du jour is. We all have one. Even if you're having the best day, you're like, yeah, but my mom is hurting, or yeah, but like, so what's the thing that feels like your weakest link? This could be a clue. This is one way to set a dream declaration, to envision that thing that is out of balance or not going as well as you would like it to. Imagine that can be the thing that you request to be the thriving thing. So let's say you circle the part of you that is that's challenged. So that becomes the focus of your dream declaration. So for example, I might write, let's see, what would I would write about? I'm wanting to come to New York, Debbie. I didn't tell you this, but I'm planning to come, but it hasn't come all together. So this is a very simple thing. And this isn't coming from pain, but it's coming from something I haven't manifested yet. I've got some good reasons to want to come to New York for 5 weeks. So I can feel it like buzzing in me, and I'm wanting to manifest it. So my dream declaration would be, okay, dreams, I could write this down like this: dreams, show me either if going to New York is in the highest good, or help me figure out how I can manifest this in the best, most graceful way. for the best outcome. So you can write like an actual affirmation that relates to that thing that you're wanting, or that thing that you want to get back in balance. I was having an argument with my sister a couple weeks ago, and my dream declaration was, sometimes I just do this. My sister, we have a problem, fix it. Dreams, like, just, that's the issue. I want my dreams to help me fix. Get to it. Sometimes my dream declaration is that simple. Fix it. Do it. That. Go. And then I wake up in the morning and there's some dream that I feel like is a healing salve, or it's a next step. I mean, like what you did. I don't know if you set an intention before your Michelle Obama dream, which I hope you share with everyone, because we got to talk about it in the previous conversation we were having. But that sounds to me like the kind of dream that would come in response to some kind of dream declaration. Was it?
Honestly, no. Although maybe it was
not intentional,
not expressed dream declaration. But since you mention it, let's go over my Michelle Obama dream and let's see what kind of take you have on it. I'll tell you the dream, and I'll tell you what I got out of it, and see, because
perfect.
Because that one person's dream is everyone's dream. You may get something totally. You will get something totally different out of it, because what I got was very personal. But here we go. Here's
right.
Okay, in the dream, there was a convoy of trucks carrying bombs or some kinds of explosives. Somehow, Michelle Obama was hit by one of these exploding bombs. She suffered a dental injury and an arm injury. I turned on CNN to get more information about this, but they had nothing on about it at all. Then I was in a room and opened a door to see a man who had also heard about this incident. He cried, asking, "What's happening to our world?" I cried too. Now, one thing we didn't talk about, usually when we talk about dreams, you give the dream a title. And I didn't give this dream a title when I went over it, because I just started thinking about.
Let's give it a title and a subtitle.
Yeah. I call it The Explosion, and the subtitle could be Underlying Causes.
I would see that movie.
Yeah, and it was very personal. First of all, just to start unpacking it, that I turned on CNN and didn't hear anything about it, said to me that, okay, I don't have to worry. It's not a premonition dream. Nothing bad's going to happen to the real Michelle Obama. This is a dream about me. So I have to look at all the symbols. Well, what does Michelle Obama mean to me? What do the bombs mean to me? What does every single aspect of this dream mean to me? So I took this to mean that, Michelle Obama is somebody I think is, it's somebody I admire, and somebody I feel is very articulate. So that she had a dental injury meant that there was some problem with expression, self-expression. And the arm injury I took to mean in terms of writing, because you would write down things. So I took to mean that aspect of me, that part of me that wanted to articulate something, was having trouble articulating it. I was being impaired by something. And the explosive bombs meant that it was something that needed to burst out of me, but wasn't. So, and there was a man in the dreams. I thought, well, maybe it has to do something with a man. And he was also, upset about this situation that was going on, to the point where he was crying about it. So it was an emotional thing. So it got me to thinking, well, what is it that is inside of me that I'm not expressing, that I probably need to express, but something has been keeping me from expressing it? And without thinking about it, the thing that came into my head was, I need to write down about my father's death. And the background story is, my father died when I was 11. He had a heart attack. It took me until I was 55 years old to actually mourn his death properly, because I had held all those feelings that had been worked up about it inside me all those years. And it took a long time. I thought, well, maybe I'm not done expressing this. So That day, I sat down and I wrote down what happened and how I felt the day he died. And the interesting thing about the day he died was it just happened to be the first anniversary of John F. Kennedy's assassination. So that day, it was a very strange day, energetically in the country. It was a very strange day because it was the first day, the first anniversary of the assassination. It was a big deal. I mean, it was every even an 11-year-old kid like me was affected by that. So there was just a strange attitude about the day, and also this was November, and it was unusually warm. I grew up in New Jersey. It was an unusually warm day in November, so it was kind of nice day to be out. It was a beautiful day weather-wise, and so I spent the day in a not atypical way for an 11-year-old girl. But late in the afternoon, my mother got the call. My father was in the hospital. He'd had a heart attack 2 weeks earlier and was recovering in the hospital. And then that afternoon, he had the heart attack that killed him. So my mother got the call late in the afternoon. And then, she had me go to a friend's house while she was at the hospital. And then I was called back into the house without anybody telling me anything. It wasn't until I actually got back into the house when, she told me that he died. And then immediately that night, all kinds of my mother's friends came over to console her and to be with her and everything. And I felt very alone because they were consoling her and not paying any attention to me. And my two older sisters weren't they were out of they were away. They hadn't come back yet. So it was just the two of us. I felt very alone and very alone. Like not only, did I just lose a father, but my mother was not available for me at that point either. So I felt very alone at that point. And writing about it again brought up all of these emotions and made me cry. So it was a chance to reliving it was, it was a cathartic experience to be able to write that down again and to get all of that out.
Well, I'm so struck that you're sharing this, very like kind of heavy, sad experience, but you've got this rainbow over your head. So it just makes me think that there's, because this is a continuation of the dream. It's like there's the rain and then the rainbow. And I think it's beautiful that you gave yourself that gift to activate your dream in such a profound way. And as you were talking, I'll get into the dream in a second, but I just was feeling, because of the work that you've been doing on dreams over the years and because of who you've become, and I feel like you're on this momentum. I can just see, I was just getting this vision of the future Debbie that's even more dream empowered, more empowered from the inside out, not based on all kinds of external things that could go in a snap, but it's like there's this gold under the rainbow, this pot of gold, that you are the pot of gold under the rainbow. And I was just seeing like more, like you cried, you let yourself cry in remembering your dad. So there's more light that's able to emit. So I'm just imagining that there's more of that to come, more layers to come off and more rainbow, more gold to shine. So I just was kind of high back here envisioning who you're becoming. And I kind of need sunglasses. So bravo, bravo, bravo. Keep doing what you're doing. It's working. So to me, if it were my dream, I am struck with the wordplay of Michelle Obama, like she's the bomb and explosive. And she's, so if everyone in the dream is us, if it's my dream, then Michelle Obama is the bomb. She's the bomb part of me that is getting bombed, but so the bomb can be two things. It's like you can bomb, meaning you can fail, things can go down horribly, or you're the bomb, like you're explosive, you're amazing. So to me, this is a dream about power and what to do with it and how to be with it. Anytime there's teeth falling out, and there's a dental injury. So my leaning when there's any teeth issues in dreams is that there's some survival issue at stake. To me, teeth are very much related to caveman primal issues of how am I going to survive? How can I survive without my teeth? I can't bite through. I can't like bare my teeth. I can't eat. It's like, so I feel like there's a venting happening where there's a releasing of primal issues of survival. And also the arm to me is, it's many things, but it's about reaching for the love I want, reaching for the support I need, reaching for my dad and my mom and comfort. Like, hello, I'm here too. I'm also grieving. I also need attention. And then if I'm going to step outside of if it were my dream and just focus on you, if I may, for a second, from my perspective, in the extended version of my dream, Debbie in my dream is such a giver and such a loving person, is such a supportive person that I think sometimes there may be the Debbie in me sometimes people might say, oh, she's here to just give and love and do. And she doesn't need anything. She's fine. Debbie's fine. But to me, this arm injury is about reaching out for support, reaching out for getting needs met. The fact that it's not on CNN, what is that saying? The revolution will not be televised. The internal and external revolution will not be televised. This is an internal process that is about transformation. And sometimes transformation happens because you got to drop a bomb on everything. You got to start over. You got to just like drop the old foundations, break it down to the bottom and start over. And so I think there's some radical movement happening here that relates to leadership. And I think it's sad because we're attached. I'm attached to the existing structure of things. But I know that the bigger part of me knows that sometimes destruction often precedes creation.
Well, I tell you, you just did something there. You showed that dreams are a living, breathing thing, and they go on. And even if you have a dream one night, you can go back to it and learn more about it because there's so many different layers. You've shown that there are so many different layers to a dream. And this is why you are America's leading dream expert. And we're so lucky to have you.
Wow, thank you, Debbie.
How can people find out more about you?
The easiest way is to go to my website, kellysullivanwalden.com. And if that's too hard to spell, you can go to ihadthestrangestdream.com. All roads lead to the same place. There's free downloads that you get when you sign up. There's especially the Dream Declaration meditation. And also there's lots of videos on dream content that people can get when they sign up. That's one way to be on the cutting edge of the stuff that I do. I've got some things that are new and upcoming. The Dream Oracle cards has been nominated for 3 awards, which is very exciting. Carta Awards. They acknowledge excellence in Oracle decks and tarot decks. So this is the Dream Oracle cards, which I'm super excited about. There's the Dream Hero's Journey Dream Journal. And then there's a CD that just came out. I can't reach it over there, but it's also audio. So if you like meditations to listen to go to sleep by, to help you come up with a dream declaration, these are meditations to listen to get your dreaming in the most optimum way. People can listen to my show on Wednesdays from 10 to 11 a.m. Pacific time on unityonlineradio.com. What else? Oh, Instagram, Kelly S. Walden, Facebook, Kelly Sullivan Walden, Dr. Dream.
Thank you so much for being on Dream Power Radio today. We've been speaking
what a blast
dreams with dream expert Kelly Sullivan Walden. I hope you've enjoyed today's program. Until next time, this is Debbie Spector-Weissman saying, sweet dreams, everybody.
You've been listening to Dream Power Radio with your host, Debbie Spector-Weissman. For more information on Debbie or to sign up for her newsletter, go to dreampowerradio.com. This has been Dream Power Radio on the amazing Women and Men of Power Network, the world's leading positive programming network, powered by Raven International.